This is part 2 of the automated reconciliation testing. Part 2. So in the part 1, we have already seen how we extracted the data from the source, how we loaded those data into the CSV, and how we loaded that CSV in the reconciliation database. Then we did a assertion on the source count. So these things which is green ticked here, these things has been done in a automated way. So I can simply go and click and run, or run from the CLI. In this video, we are going to do exactly similar thing, but for the target database. We'll extract the data, get into a CSV file, load that CSV file in the reconciliation database. If you check the current state of the reconciliation schema, it should have only one table, which is the source customer. We want here the target persons, because you can name it any way you want, but we are just sticking to the convention here, because in the target database the table name is persons, so we'll name it similarly, target persons. Okay, currently not there. So our strategy is to get going to the strategy document, where is the extract script here, extract script, and we'll proceed. So earlier we have seen we created a database schema so that we could load the source customer. Then we validated the record count, that many records have been loaded. Okay, so this is the step 1, this is the step 2, this is the step 3. We can simply copy step 2 and step 3, because the schema creation process is same, so we don't have to create again and again the recon schema. Okay, let's copy these 2 steps. So basically we have 3 steps, just to give a bird's eye view here. See, 3 steps here, 1, 2, and 3, and we are copying these 2 steps. You can simply copy like this also. The ID is very smart. So now if you paste it, and we'll change the name a little bit here. Okay, instead of load source CSV, we'll make it as target CSV, and instead of source customer, target persons, and CSV source also we'll run the extract script and get the CSV data into this file, which is not ready yet, but we want to do that automatically. When our script runs, it will create all this. Okay, and load the thing into the recon database. Now this step, check loaded source data, so this will be target data. Just being consistent, otherwise this is a free text, you can put whatever you want. Just be consistent, readability, we are doing that way. And the select ID, email from stage individual recon source customer, instead of source customer this will be target persons. Okay, now row size is exactly what we get the output of this. So this is the step name. You go and watch the JSON path video, how to pick a value from earlier step and fit that in the next step, so that you can avoid hard coding the data. Okay, so you look at this I'm doing. So I'll pick the earlier step, dollar dot means start of the document, then the step name, and the response whatever he gave, then the size. The size is 2. Okay, because it's integer, so we are doing a typecasting here. So that pretty much we are done actually for the target CSV load and validate the data. Okay, so we are at this. So in this video, we are trying to achieve this step, this step, this step, and this step. This one, okay? I'll put a green tick only when we successfully run the things. So to do that, let's go back to the DDL script. Do a command shift N in Windows, control shift N or double shift. It will take you directly to the DDL SQL. And here if you observe, you have only created source customer entity. This is the DDL data definition language script where we create the stubs. It's a one-off job, one-time script. Okay. Here we have to create. You can duplicate this, which is Command D or Control D, and you have to make here target persons, right? Target underscore persons. We need this, so I'm copying this bit where ID is integer and email is text, and the rest of the things no changes is required, I think, because we are dropping the schema IPXJS. Otherwise we create the schema, we create the source customer because we need to automate source part. Now we created the target persons where we have to load the CSV data. Okay, so we are ready. So this step, when it executes, it will create this one as well. Okay, now until this 3 we have successfully run in the earlier video. Now these 2 steps we are trying to automate. Okay, these 2 steps. Okay, so let's open this. Let's have a preview. If we load this one, target person's entity might have been already created by this step. Then we load the CSV source. Okay, now you see, look at this. CSV source is not there because we haven't extracted the data. Now this step will fail and this step will not execute. You want to have a look? Let's we have run it. We can run this, and we are expecting it should fail. Which step failed? Yeah, so this couldn't load. And what is the error here? Look at this. It says no such file exception. Okay, because we have not extracted the data to a CSV file and we have not copied that. Okay, so that's the bit we have to do now. Okay, so we have connected to the target DB here. Okay, and we have to get the extract script from our strategy document, which is already in the GitHub. You can clone the entire repo and start reusing it. Even this project is also in GitHub, so this is the place we should go. Git remote -v. Okay, so if you go to github.com, go to ETL testing and hello world no code testing. That will directly take you to this script, and if you want to make any improvement or changes, you can do it and raise a PR. I'll have a look and approve it, and you can merge it. So we are in the target database, so we have to extract those persons records into the CSV file. Okay, so let's go back to our strategy document where we have the extract script ready. Click and it copies, I think so. Let's see. Yeah, it has copied. Now we run it. Let's clear everything and run once again. Okay, so it has extracted the records and showing it output as you have done for source. Here the same way we can do for the target. Let's take this, let's download this basically into a CSV file. Add column header, where it added the headers here. Now match this name with the automation script thing, which is here, nothing but here, target persons.csv. It will go to the download folder. Click export file. It should be here. Downloads, target persons, okay, and it has 2 records here. Now we copy this into the folder where the script is expecting, basically here, data. So let's go to the data folder here, and paste it. Okay, now we have the record here. Now let's run it. We should not see any surprises. Let's run and check. Still there are surprises, but yeah, so there are surprises. What is it? Why it failed? It's saying insert into target person's ID and email ID. Okay, this email ID failed. Not there. It says here, see, column email ID does not exist. That's weird. Let's go to DDL script. It's email, not email ID. So where that is picking here? It's email here. What about this? See, it's email. So this would be email. Yeah. So we made it consistent. Now we should not see any more surprises. It should go green. Yeah, it's perfectly green now. If you see what all things, last 2 steps are ours now. Earlier it was source thing. Okay, so this is where target reconciliation started. Did a load CSV, picked the CSV data, and it actual output was 2 records loaded into the database, and we are expecting 2, so it matched and the test case passed. Okay, now next when you check the loaded data count, where it selected everything from the recon schema and the target person's entity, and it got the output here. But our assertion is, which was the JSON path here, you see, it automatically evaluated. See, our assertion is this path, which is rows.size. Sit in the runtime, it evaluated this to 2. Okay, and also test also passed. So we are pretty much done with automating the target data load and the validation. Now it's the time for reconciliation work, which is, if we go back to our document again, where we have to check missing in the target and missing in the source, which is extra in the target, then data mismatch and count mismatch. That we'll see in the next video. Okay, here, so because we are done with this as well, and this step also done, and this step also done. Okay, and this step is also done because counts are matching, source count and this matching. So that means this step is done. Okay, so we are here. All these things we have finished. Okay, all these things we have finished. Now these are the bits we are going to automate. Okay, now let's take a break and continue in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So to get some help and documentation on how these steps are written, name, URL, the operations, request, whether it is a database test case or API, go to this open source documentation zerocodetdd.tdd5.com and click on what kind of testing you are writing. Let's say database testing. You click on DB executor, it gives sample steps here, you see. And this is the execute step, where then it may be having some kind of load also. Yeah, see the load says a lot of examples here. Depending on whether you are doing a database testing or Kafka testing or API testing or whatever the security testing, you can go to this documentation and take help.